Heyo, guys, welcome back to another episode of Vibes and Victories. If you don't know why I'm doing this, I think we should let you know. And without wasting any time, let's get straight into it with the retro results, Sanele.
Yeah, retro results.
So that you can let them know why I'm doing this.
And what about our friend over there? Any sort of intro to our friend from the Western Cape once again living his best life?
I'm in Betty's Bay right now, boys. Paradise. I've never been to this part of the world before. I'm visiting my brother and his family from the States. Good times. And just happy to still be able to catch some sport out here. Thank goodness for technology. It's all good in Betty's Bay, mate. Yeah, chilling with the penguins.
I'm sure you didn't like what I did when I said Victories, right?
Don't worry about me, mate. Don't worry about me. Now, my teams are winning. And my calls were good. My calls were good from
Actually.
Yeah, fair enough. We definitely will look at those now with the retro results. Just before we get on to retro results, those that like to follow Sports Sangoma, you could have had a lovely little weekend, jubbly weekend. I got a call right, 25 Rand, 10.5 grand later. Nice little bet. We might show you a bit of that. But we'll get onto that crowdfunding conversation another day. By the way, Fudge, you won your bet. You're 3 grand up, my man.
Come on now. Come on now. Nothing wrong, bro. Nothing wrong.
So, yeah, the weekend results. On the cricket, the women won their last T20, but still lost the series 2-1 to England. Now they're going to go into the ODIs. The Proteas down at Durban did a number on Sri Lanka, which was quite nice to watch. That cricket was quite good. We got 2 Centurions there. Stubbs got a century. And good old Themba Bavuma.
Yep.
So that was good to see, yeah?
Yep.
The midweek stuff was quite interesting. Liverpool beat Real Madrid 2-0. That was quite nice. And Juventus drew to Aston Villa. How things have changed, yeah? Champions League and European football, the dynamics seem to be changing. As we could see over the weekend with Man City and Liverpool, very interesting. City is not looking like they used to look, yeah? In the EPL, though, our team, Fudge, we cleaned up 5-2. Who scored? Half the team scored, yeah?
Come on now. Who's back? Hoagie Bogey. Bogey man.
Yeah.
Who that guy? He's back.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, fair call.
Different team.
Fair call. Then Sunday's games, Man United cleaned up. Everton 4-0. That was quite nice to watch, even as a neutral supporter, yeah? And then Spurs, disappointing as usual, drew to Fulham, 1-1. Very, very dud game. And then obviously the main game of the weekend was the 2-0 victory, Liverpool, Man City. Great game. City were nowhere. I don't even know what the number of shots on goal they had. Couldn't be more than 2 or 3 at best. But yeah, those were the interesting results. Then obviously the other result becomes then the Shark Stormers. Fudge, yeah, you call
Late
that one.
night drama.
I don't know if you saw that last try, controversial. Stormers kind of won the game there at the end, but they didn't because of a little, I think, money in the box.
Cross kick.
But yeah, it was very interesting.
That cross kick from Money, though.
Yeah, very. But now Sasha, I see, is injured again. HIA type injury. And then there was also the Dubai Sevens, yeah? Unfortunately, South Africa got knocked out, I think in the quarterfinals, yeah, by New Zealand. Some late drama there too. But funny enough, New Zealand also got knocked out by Spain out of all teams. Spain went all the way to the finals, and Spain beat New Zealand twice in 2 days. So that was quite interesting, yeah?
What's happening in New Zealand? I think that's the big question. Yes, shout out and all respect to Spain. What a feat for them. First time ever, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. And so All Blacks, some big question marks there, but lovely for the sport, lovely for Sevens. Sure, Spain.
I mean, it was a very interesting weekend, you know. And speaking about all things that are interesting, I think we should shop into our big 5 right now, you know. So top 5 results from the weekend. What's your take, Fudge?
So for me, I really enjoyed that Shark Stormers came back to the coastal South African derby. I thought that was fantastic, but come on, Liverpool. Liverpool for me was a big one. That win over Man City was a big one. I think we kind of expected it for Liverpool to have done it the way they did was brilliant. So for me, those are the 2 I'll choose. I'll just choose 2. Don't let me go through the whole card there. You know, I'm on fire right now. I think I got all my calls right last week, guys. Sanele, you need to talk. The Sangoma. The sports sangoma, we need to talk, mate. I need to invest.
Yeah. Actually, I must roll back what I said just now. I think Australia lost, yeah. Australia did lose to Ireland. We did go for Australia at that price.
But tight. I mean, come on now. That was tight. Look, yeah, it would have been massive if Australia were able to turn it around. I think they came quite close to doing so, but Ireland, they know how to close out games. They did just that.
Yeah, what Fudge? I think it's Fudge. Sinaye, what were your top results for the weekend, my man?
Definitely Chelsea, guys. I don't know why you guys are ruling it out. That 3-0 victory was absolutely beautiful. The way the boys played. Also the Sharks winning as well. That's a take. Also for those who might not know, Qatar Grand Prix was happening this weekend as well.
Yeah, that was also very interesting. Yeah, what was the order there? I think was it Verstappen that won?
Yeah.
Maxi?
First with like 25 points.
Yeah, Maxi. Then it was old Charles second, and then old Piastri third. Yeah,
With Team McLaren coming through third, man.
yeah. I didn't get the one.
Hamilton was 12th.
Really
Yeah, it was a bit of a shocker, that one. Yeah.
good race though.
Very good race.
Yeah.
Interesting. But Max came through heavy as usual. He came through heavy as usual.
Yeah.
I don't know if I should use
Setting up to this, for me, this is setting up to be one of the most exciting build-ups to the next season. I can't wait for the F1 the season coming up. You know, good to see Max Verstappen coming back. I think we all kind of expected it was just a matter of when.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think also for me, interesting results. Obviously, you can't take away the Liverpool. Sharks was a big one because obviously Sharks haven't beaten Stormers, and I think almost 45 times at home. So that was quite big for the crowd and for all the players. Fassi almost fumbled that at the end with the yellow card. But luckily that knock on and the try being disallowed in the last minute. And then also Kaiser Chiefs. Damn it. Kaiser Chiefs 2-0 up. Dropped those goals second half to Royal AM. And Royal AM, I think, their boss and owner got raided last week. So I thought they might not be in the condition. But all the Bentleys were taken, and luckily they got a victory, So I thought that was quite good for them because we don't know how long the Royal AM team will be around after last week's drama. Yeah, and furthermore on those retro results, Barcelona went down to Las Palmas and Real Madrid beats Getafe 2-0. Barcelona went down 2-1, which makes the title race very interesting because now there's only 1 point in between the two top teams there. Actually, only 2 points between the top three. So with Barca on top, followed by Real Madrid and then Atletico Madrid. So it makes for an interesting log. Talking about interesting logs, there's also Serie A. I think Serie A is blowing up at the moment. In the top five, there can't be more than 4 points between 1 and number 5, and that's excluding Juventus and excluding AC Milan. So those are quite interesting results, interesting tables, interesting leagues to follow. If you're not on it, get on it. They televise that stuff, and should be interesting one to follow.
Yeah. I think one thing that I love about sports is like the unpredictability of it. We can try predict as much as possible, but we'll never know how it's going to end. Thankfully, right here on Vibes and Victories, it's Petty Sangoma up, Moving on to the next segment of the show, and that is Sangoma's Insights, where Mr. Tshabalala gives us his insights on the predictions of the next coming games of the week, yeah?
Yeah. No, this week should be quite interesting. We've got some midweek football, but we'll move right along to the weekend. Not too many games on the trot there, but there's definitely some good predictions we can run with this weekend. A bit of Liverpool over Everton. That should be quite nice. Merseyside derby never lets you down. Liverpool are looking hot at the moment. Everton quite average, but Everton are at home. But you can definitely banker Liverpool at that price of 5 to 10. Then you can take a bit of Villa. As you said, your second best team there, Fudge. Aston Villa at home to Southampton. That should be a nice little banker. And then, Man City surely has to get out of this rut. 7 in a row without a win. That's interesting in itself.
Never thought.
Has had 8 in a row. And then, Man City should make a comeback at least against Palace this weekend. I don't see them losing that one to go 9. Who knows? Fudge, you look like you want to say something there?
Yeah, mate. For me, I think we start putting our money on whether, how surely 8 would be a record. I'm not sure, but there's some sort of a record. What about betting on the record? 8 losses in a row. How the odds on that there?
Yeah, 9-2 for Palace to win that game. If you're feeling what Fudge is saying, or you can go 33-10 on the draw. So yeah, that's quite interesting. If you're looking at what Fudge is saying, which could maybe isn't a bad thing. 8 in a row, who knows? If they draw or lose that, obviously that's as bad as a loss. And then Man United at home to Nottingham. Look, I never thought I'd see myself backing Man United in any circumstances, but they did look pretty good over the weekend against Everton. And they're playing at home again. So those are Saturday's matches. Then Sunday we have 2 London derbies. Actually, we've got a Fulham versus Arsenal. You know where we're going with that one, Fudge. And we've got nice odds of 6-10 on that. And then we've got Chelsea-Tottenham, which is quite interesting. So if you want me to choose a Super 5 out of that, I'll definitely go Liverpool onto Villa. Then I'd go Villa onto... I'd probably choose Man United over Man City. Who knows? But you can go with either Manchester. Then on Sunday, we can go Arsenal away and... Chelsea away. What do you say?
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. And speaking about the super games and so many games are happening this weekend, I think we should shift over to some rugby as well. Sevens rugby is happening this weekend, yeah?
Yeah, Cape Town. Some of us will be there. Anyone who's going to be around, you can catch us at the Cape Town Sevens this weekend. It should be quite a vibe. If you want to catch Sangoma there for some live predictions, you're more than welcome to come through and look for me. I'm sure you'll see some big guy walking around with a towel around his neck. You'll know how to find me. In the rugby, funny Fudge, it's Champions Cup is back, the old Heineken Cup. So that's the best of the best in Europe and in South Africa. Yeah,
Toulon and Province.
Yeah,
Toulon and Province.
Coming on Saturday.
yeah.
What's your take on that one, Fudge?
I'm actually going to Port Elizabeth to do the Stormers Toulon game. Is it Toulon?
It's Toulon, yeah.
Yeah, which is going to be amazing. I can only because obviously the Sevens is happening in Cape Town. Stormers will be playing at JTAL Stadium, but I would be playing in Mabeta, Nelson Mandela Stadium. It's going to be a vibe and a half. It's back to that Champions Cup rugby. I cannot wait for that. 2 huge teams that play an exciting brand of rugby.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Yeah, I think the South African teams should be good for this weekend because 2 of them are playing at home. Sharks play Exeter and Stormers play Toulon. I would, without being too biased and watching a couple of those European teams play this past weekend, I think it'd be a safe bet to go on the double on that. Saracens at home to the Bulls. That could be a bit of a stretch, but the Bulls did come right on the weekend. I think the Lions are the ones that fell short by a converted try. But I think it's probably safe to pick to go with all South African sides for this weekend, especially the Sharks, Stormers onto the Bulls. I wouldn't shy away from making that call.
Yeah, I'm also definitely backing Province in this one, especially because of our record whenever we play in Kabeja. It's always good. The vibe is always electric there, and based on how Toulon has been performing and how Western Province has been performing, they both haven't been performing at their absolute best, like what we know them to perform as. But I think the boys will have that just home advantage and that edge, and they'll look to redeem themselves from the loss that they had last week. So I'm also betting my money on Province this weekend.
That's it, Sinaye. For me, that's it. I think they got enough positives and the one little negative to keep them hungry to have a huge performance in Kabeja.
Yep.
Yeah, so generally I think then we've covered most. Down in Cape Town Sevens this weekend, I see the box doing the Blitz box doing a better job. Not going out to the quarters with the hometown advantage. We have got the most experienced team is what I realized in Dubai. We're playing a lot of stalwarts in our team. We did look quite good. Maybe it was just a matter of getting that rustiness out the way, So all in all, this weekend should be a good weekend for South African rugby. I would tip us to, at very least, make semi-finals, if not go all the way in the Cape Town Sevens. And then as for the Champions Trophy, the Champions Cup, I would definitely back the Stormers, the Sharks, and the Bulls away from home against Saracens. Other than that, we look forward to some nice English Premier football. And then, as we said, Serie A is hotting up, and definitely La Liga is looking good this weekend. Watch out again for the usual suspects over the weekend. I think we can take both our teams. We can take a bit of Chelsea this weekend. We'll back you this time, Sinaye. Obviously, we
Let's
back
go.
the Gunners as usual. And then then the other games we'll see how it goes down. But I definitely think the ones on Saturday, I'll back Liverpool and I'll back Man United. So that gives you 4 or 5 games to back in the EPL, and then which includes Chelsea.
Yep.
And then we're backing both Sharks and Stormers this weekend. So at least we're not going against each other. But it should make for an interesting weekend.
Yeah. What do you think, Fudge?
Blockbuster weekend, man.
Yeah.
Get your hydrate, get your energy drink. You know what I mean? Because it's going to be difficult to keep away from the TV screen, bro. Yeah. So to love you. You guys are going to need your DSTV app on your phones and stuff. So while you're there, 7's able to catch up to all the other sport that'll be happening. It's going to be an exciting week and what a way to celebrate the first weekend of December.
Oh,
Get December.
lovely stuff, guys. Lovely stuff. I cannot wait for this weekend. It's about to be very, very exciting. Just like the excitement that we bring right here on Vibes and Victories, you know? And for those of you who are just subscribing right now, or just tuning into our show right now, please make sure that you tune in next week, because next week's episode is going to be very, very interesting. That's the only hint I'm going to give you, you know? That's the only hint I'm going to give you. We might switch things up a little bit, you know, but it's going to be very exciting. Thank you once again for tuning in. We appreciate you guys. We appreciate your constant support. Till next time, I'm Sinaye Kotobe. This is,
Sanele, Tshabalala.
and that is, and we are signing out right here on Vibes and Victories. See you guys next week.
Shop.